Hello everybody and welcome to Fig Fanatic. My name is Jesse and today we have got a WWE Elite extravaganza. We kick it off with the brand new Target exclusive Legend Series Cowboy Bob Orton, that is. And here he is right there. Call back to his infamous feud with the Mr. T when he was the manager slash bodyguard for Roddy Piper. So he has his boxing gloves. We also have Yokozuna. Check this thing out. This thing is bad freaking ass. I have been wanting a Yokozuna. And so here it is from the Royal Rumble set. Yokozuna right there. And then the main event is going to be Ultimate Edition Kane, which is also a Target exclusive. And this thing is freaking sweet. So let's get started right away. But before we do, let me just remind you to please like that video, comment on the video on which figure was your favorite or which one you thought sucked ass. Don't really care. Either way, just have some fun and throw something in the comments. And also please subscribe and catch all the cool videos that I have coming up on the Fig Fanatic channel. Anyways, let's do it. Well, we have got Cowboy Bob Orton. We got our box cutter. Let's get this dude open. Now, Bob Orton is the father of 14-time WWE World Champion Randy Orton. The Legend Killer Randy Orton. And for those that don't know, Bob Orton was the fucking man. He was as tough as they come back in the day. So, this one's, again, more for the WrestleMania 2 feud between Roddy Piper and Mr. T. And it was some kind of boxing feud. Why was it boxing? I have no idea. I mean, I'm assuming it has to do with, like, the Rocky 3 connection. But that's still just a lame-ass way to connect it. Anyways, off the top of my head, seeing him, I will say, Bob Orton, he was a husky guy. He'd whoop your ass. Double tough son of a bitch, as they would say. But this dude's shredded. I mean, look at his delts. I mean, I know it was the 80s, but he was not a body guy, you know what I mean? So, that's kind of weird. Anyways, there he is. He even has the ace on his boots, the boxing gloves. Now, granted, he also comes with his leather vest with the fringe and his little cowboy hat. So, we'll get into that. I don't know if this is, like, supposed to be a cast of some kind? I don't know. Anyways, this will go on his hand. Maybe it's supposed to kind of be a cast. I don't know. Let's get the boxing gloves off. Yeah, I guess it is. I didn't even know he came with this little cast, to be honest with you. So we got his handsies. And there he is. Just chiseled and ripped. Has the body of a in-shape 20-year-old. But whatever. The face sculpt's really good. I really do like that. I really think he looks really good, personally. But I don't know. You be the judge for those that know what he looked like. So let's get his jacket on, because of course he's gonna rock the jacket. Legendary stuff with him in the fucking jacket, or the vest. Excuse me. There we are. Him and his little cowboy hat. Yeah, right on. Again, I kind of wish they just... I wish they weren't so afraid to make figures look... I think fat is the wrong word. But bigger. In the midsection. I mean, a lot of these guys drink a lot of freaking beer. So, they had beer bellies. Even the guys that had big old muscles and arms the size of me, they had beer guts because they drank a lot of freaking beer. So don't be afraid to give this dude a little bit of a beer belly. But it is what it is. But overall, the vest is a very nice touch. The hat's really cool. Cast is what it is. I can deal with that. The boxing gloves are sweet. If you are a student of the game, so to speak, a lover of wrestling history like myself, then you might be really attached to the boxing glove thing. I just am not. So I'm not going to use that. That's just not for me. I'm just going to give him his basic outfit and all of that and put him up probably next to Roddy Piper, you know, because he was Roddy Piper's little buddy. So, yeah. So, overall, real sweet figure. Really, really happy with it. Overall, I'm going to give him an 8. I'm going to give him an 8. The cast is a little strange. Not a fan of that. And I just think they could have made him plump. A little bit plumper. You know what I mean? He's just too ripped. He's too ripped. This is not... Bob Orton was not ripped. Randy Orton is ripped. Randy Orton looks like he was sculpted out of stone by Greek gods, you know. But this ain't it, bro. It just didn't look like this. I'm sorry. So, either way, pretty awesome figure. Really glad I got it. Looking forward to putting him up with the rest of the old school figures. Because I am a sucker for anything old school. And speaking of old school, let's move on to Yokozuna. Bonsai drop right there. And box cutter him open as well. We're just going to move through these quicker than hell. One thing I will say about this Royal Rumble wave is they're trying to bring back the Build-A-Figure line from these figures. Jimmy, Mouth of the South Heart, is the Build-A-Figure with this. Which is awesome. That is freaking awesome. But I don't really want to get the other figures. Like, I'm down to get Yokozuna. I got him. I'm down to get Earthquake. I'm going to probably get him. But I don't need Big E. And I certainly don't need Kota Kai or whatever she is. So, we'll have to see how this all pans out. I might grab them just to get the other pieces. I might just hit up eBay. See if I can't buy each piece for like $10. Because if I'm already going to buy Earthquake. I already got Yokozuna. I'm halfway there. So the way I see it, I was, with or without the pieces, I was going to buy these figures. So I might as well just pay like $20-25 to get Jimmy Hart. Because Jimmy Hart's the fucking man. And speaking of which, there he is, baby. Oh, boy. Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. Oh. That's how he sounded. So if you know, you know. Anyways, you got his head. We got the glasses. Yeah, dude. Okay, I'm already sold. I'm already sold by the head. Because I must have this figure. I must have Jimmy Hart. Jimmy Hart was fucking awesome. Jimmy Hart is low-key, for those that follow wrestling, he is low-key like top 3 wrestling manager of all time. You got Bobby the Brain Heenan. You got Paul Heyman. He's probably number 3. Who else are you going to put there? Paul Bearer? Paul Bearer's alright, but it ain't Paul Bearer. It ain't. It's not Arnold Scotland. It's not... Who else would there be? Miss Elizabeth? I mean, she's the first lady of wrestling, but she's not Jimmy Hart. Let's be freaking clear on that. So, anyways, there's his sweet megaphone with the hearts, because he's Jimmy Hart. And then we got ourselves a bucket. It's like a water bucket thing. It had something to do with Yokozuna's, Asian culture. He was Samoan, for those that didn't know that. You could also have him just carry it around with Jimmy Hart's head inside of it. Oh, baby, what are you doing? You put my head inside of a bucket. Got more handsies. Probably won't use those handsies because I'm a fist guy. We all know this. Oh, man. Here he is. Yokozuna. Sweet. You had to check out the cheeks. If you're a wrestling fan and you collect figures, you gotta be like, let me see them cheeks, boy. Because you gotta see. I think they made him almost a little too cheeky. It looks like he has Kim Kardashian's butt, like a big old fake butt. But that is not the case. He just was a large human being. He was a super, super heavyweight. I think at one point they said he weighed 700 pounds. Can you believe that? 700 pounds. So, and that was the point in which they made him go lose weight. And so that's crazy. If WWE's like, bro, you need to lose some weight, damn. So there he is. Yeah, how sweet is that? The bow thing's pretty cool back here. Oh yeah, I like the little tassels or whatever you want to call it down here. I like his angry face. You got the fist there. I just wish he could extend his arms out enough to like cross them. You know, really, Bob Orton should have had a stomach like his, and it would have made more sense. See, they can do it. They can give them pot bellies. They are able to do it. Give him a beer gut. Because he's actually kind of smaller than he probably should be. Yokozuna was never small. Yokozuna was a fat motherfucker. Let's not get it twisted. You know, and I mean no disrespect to the great late Yokozuna. This is what it is. He was a fat guy. He was a sumo wrestler in gimmick, but that was the whole idea. It was a big Samoan motherfucker. And let's also not get carried away here. Yokozuna was a badass. He was like a gazelle in that ring. No one could move like Yokozuna that was that size. So anyways, there he is doing the bonsai drop. Just sitting on motherfuckers. Man, how cool is this thing? I love it. And if you want, you can get, like I said, his grappling handsy and have him carry his bucket around. His bucket with Jimmy Hart's head on it. What are you doing to me, Yokozuna? Oh, shit. See, there you go. Well, there you are. Jimmy Hart's head and his megaphone. Yokozuna with the bucket. Awesome figure. Now they could just make Mr. Fuji to go with him. That would be awesome. Really excited about getting this figure. Can't wait to display him as well. Definitely going to have to make some adjustments to the wrestling shelf because I'm a sucker for old school wrestling. So my top shelf is primarily old school. I believe it goes from like the late 70s. Now I have it reaching out to the year 2000. Yeah, about the year 2000. And it's like this little area here is like 98, 99. And this is like 94 to 97. And then all of this is like everything before that. I just like old school wrestling. And he's going to have to fit in somewhere around here in this area. Bob Orton is going to have to go like way over here. So we'll have to see how this goes. But speaking of old school legends, now it's time for the main event. Now it is time for Kane. Well, let's get started with this figure right now. The box is freaking unbelievable. This is Kane from 1998, I believe. And this is when he won his WWF title from Stone Cold Steve Austin. So let's get him open. So the only boxes that I like to keep are my WWE Ultimate Elite boxes. Just because I don't plan on selling these ever. But in the event I ever did, having the box with them still is, well, let's just say it's advantageous when you sell it. It would be better for me to keep the box if I am to resell this. So open this up. Kind of interesting. The two heads they give you are pretty much identical. Here he comes. It's gotta be Kane. It's gotta be Kane. Sorry. Yeah, that's pretty freaking badass. So, a complaint they have made about this figure, I hear that the paint job is a little lackluster. I kind of see what they mean. So they tried to fix this issue, but the toys had already been produced. But his elbow, you can kind of even see it there. His elbow is not completely red. I mean, it is, but like, it's like pretty cheap paint there because they forgot to paint it. So it was a huge issue. And even like here, he has a little bit of weird paint residue on him. So yeah, not a good start, I'd say. But I'm not picky, as those that have been sticking with the channel know I am not a picky guy. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I was not spared from the paint job. See, I get confused about how this worked. So, okay, so I'm going to show you right now. Kane's elbow, his inside elbow joints, shouldn't have, like, they should be tan, like skin colored. That should not be the case. That should be red. That's lazy. That's extremely lazy. I have not looked into whether or not they'll not refund you, but like send you a new piece. So I'll have to look into that. But that's pretty egregious. Pretty egregious. The Rock, Ultimate Elite figure that I have, had a similar issue as far as we had a similar issue in terms of production. The head, one of his heads would not fit on. It just won't go on. And they were having to ship out new heads for people. So the head that is on him is probably just the head I'll stick with. Here's the other head. I don't really need that one to be on him. They're both basically the same. I just rather have the hair out and about, like, just think it looks cooler. But, so here he is. Has the cool, like, what they call butterfly joints for his chest, so he can go Super Saiyan and go, Rawr! But, yeah. Now, I'm going to say it now. I already have a complaint again, right off the bat. No fist. No fist. He has the chokeslam hands, the open palm hands. That's great. That's awesome. I'm not dissing that. But how do you not have a fist hand? Here's the other one. So you get this out. And now he's ready to choke slam some bitches. Well, that's not all. He also comes with a lightsaber, I think. Or a vibrator. I think it's a vibrator. Kane got freaky. You know what I'm saying? No. On a serious note, I believe this is supposed to be his voice box. Back when Kane didn't really talk, and when he did, he had a voice box. He would have to hold this up. So, there you have it. Kane singing away dramatically. So, awesome figure, though, so far, other than these terrible paint jobs. Moving on, we have his WWF Championship. Now, this thing's pretty sweet, although I have to admit, not sure I'm going to have him rocking this. I don't like to rob my figures of their belts, but, I mean, when I think Kane, I certainly don't think, like, WWE champion, or especially WWF champ. It's cool that he has it, but he only had it for 24 hours. I think Kane still does have, like, top 5, like, shortest title reign. If you're not going to count Money in the Bank briefcases, he has, I believe, the shortest title reign of anybody. So, not a good look. Anyways, though, so there it is. And then one final thing. This is one of the more intriguing things about this figure. Of the original concept art of Kane, he had a cape. So, they decided to throw in the cape with the figure. And now you see why they didn't have him rock the cape. Because it was like a little too cartoony for what they were probably trying to go for. And Kane himself was cartoony in concept as it was. So there he is with his cape. Which is kind of cool, I suppose. It is a cool look. That's for sure. I don't know if we'll have him rock the cape. Although the visual of him doing the choke slam position with the cape is kind of cool, actually. Except for that, god damn. Why? God damn you, Mattel. But Kane, right here, in the flesh. Plastic. You know the deal. But here he is. I will say, it is a sweet figure. You know, regardless of a lot of these paint issues that he has, he is a really cool figure. He looks really awesome. And to be honest, I don't regret buying it because he looks so great. And imagine the possibilities of what you could do with him. He could be raining terror upon all of your figs, be it Turtles, Power Rangers, wrestling, Star Wars. It doesn't matter. Just imagine what he could be doing to all your favorite toys.
Rear Dog King, no, Kane, Choke Slammer, Bob Orton Jr., my Cowboy Bob Orton, oh God. And now he's Choke Slammer, go. Oh God, he's broken in the half. Oh God, barbecue sauce. He's now Choke Slamming Leonardo, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. My God, King, somebody stop the damn match.
Sorry. Okay, zoned out there for a second. But overall, I have to say, I'm going to give Kane...
Do it.
Okay, I'm going to give Kane an 8.5. I'm going to give him a lot of wiggle room because he came with the cape, he comes with the belt. If you're a big wrestling geek, he comes with a stupid voice box. But overall, the figure's sweet. No doubt about it. The positions you can put him in. I love how you can do all kinds of cool shit. Obviously, with the butterfly joints, it works great. With the chokeslam position, that's awesome. But no fisties. That's just stupid. No fisties. So no fist hands. And then, of course, the paint errors all over this thing. I mean, that's just crazy. And like I said, mine, I'm trying to scrape it away. But when you pay so much money for these figs, he just has like a white thing in there. So overall, I'll say 8.5. 8.5, which is not bad. It's still good. It's just, it could have been a perfect figure. It could have been one of the best elites they've ever made if the paint was right and they gave him fisties. Because otherwise, this figure's bad freaking ass, man. This thing is awesome. So overall, gonna give him an 8.5. Otherwise, great figure. Another good addition to the shelf of wrestling that is getting completely out of hand. So I digress. We got Bob Orton. We got Yokozuna, and we got Kane. Overall, awesome figures. And I will have to throw out a quick shout out. I recently managed to score this figure for like $5, I think. It is a TNA figure of Crimson. So no one watching this knows who Crimson is. He was a character that I believe was like the Amazing Red's older brother, or younger brother. That was the ironic thing, because Amazing Red was tiny, and his younger brother, Crimson, get it? Red, Crimson? Was there, and he was alright. He was kind of cool, I guess. But just a big old, huge roid guy. But I had to get this figure because I don't have a Crimson figure, and I'm kind of like low-key collecting TNA figures, Impact figures, whatever you want to call the company. So I figure, why not? And they're kind of hard to find. So when I came across it for $5, I was kind of like, and he was in box and everything. The box was all jacked up, but I don't care. So I just opened that bad boy right up. So anyways, there he is. A little bonus at the end there. So, and so that is the fourth in the massive haul that I have gotten today. So anyways, that was all I had for you today. So overall, love the figures. Bob Orton's probably my favorite one, to be honest, because I'm just such a sucker bitch for old vintage wrestling. But let's be real, the Kane figure overall was the best figure. Elbow was standing. God, that's terrible. Ugh. Anyways, well, that's all I have for you folks today. Stay tuned. I got plenty more coming. More unboxings, more fig hunts, more movie reviews. I am currently trying to force myself to watch Dick Tracy so I can unbox my Dick Tracy figure and talk shit about the movie. So, anyways, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for your support. Like, share, subscribe, comment, whatever. What did you think of the figures? Do you agree about the Kane figure? I think he's a controversial one right now. So, anyways, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. And I'll see you in the aisles.